The American national team has been going through a lot in the past few days, and in today's video, we're going to be diving deep into the US men's national team and what is exactly going wrong with them, because this team is a team that has a lot of potential, but when it comes to big games like the one they just played against Uruguay, they just can't seem to get the job done. Yo, what is going on, my YouTube people? 2099 back here with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the US men's national team and what has really been going on with them recently. As you may have heard, they lost 1-0 to Uruguay and they became the first host nation at the Copa America to officially get knocked out in the group stage, which is a pretty embarrassing thing. Let's be honest here, that's not something that should be happening, and it's a group that the USA can easily go past, but they just couldn't seem to get the job done, and it really looks bad for them if I'm being completely honest. Now, I'm not only going to be talking about the Copa America but I also want to be talking about some of the past few results and really what's going on in the national team itself, because they're at a position where it's just not going well with them. No one is really happy nowadays with what's going on with the national team, and there's really only one main culprit, and that is the manager himself, Gregg Berhalter. Now listen, I'm not a US men's national team expert. There's a lot of other people out there, even on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, who know a lot more than I do, and they're going to tell you the same thing. They want Gregg Berhalter out. This group of team, the US men's national team, love them or hate them, they've got great players, right? They've got amazing players who can always step up, but they just always seem to lack that last little touch when it comes to these sort of stuff, and it's frustrating to watch. If you're a US men's national team, I'm sure you guys are really sad watching this US team, cruising through these games, because if we go through their past results, I mean, they've had some great results and they've had some horrible results, like 5-1 against Colombia on June the 8th. That is a horrendous friendly. Like, losing by 5 goals is a lot. But then they played against Brazil, and from then on, a 1-1 tie against Brazil is very good, all things considered. A lot of people are going to argue Brazil aren't at their best right now, but nevertheless, it's Brazil. 1-1. The US has no business doing 1-1 against the Brazilian side. Copa America starts. They start off with a win against Bolivia, which is the lowest ranked team in that group, so it should have been a win for the US no matter what. And this is when the disaster pretty much comes. Panama 2-1. They lose against Uruguay 1-0. I don't want to talk about the loss itself, because if I watched that US game, to be honest with you guys, the team was good. Although they lost 1-0, they didn't deserve to lose 1-0. They were very good. The US held their own. The referee was a little bit questionable at times. A lot of people are going to say that Uruguay goal was offside or not. Nevertheless, whatever it is, if that goal had counted or not, Panama won their game anyways, so the US would have been out. Doesn't matter if the goal was on or not. That's what US fans have to understand. I see a lot of people still arguing about that offside goal. It doesn't make a difference because Panama won the game anyways. Now, what does make a difference here is the fact that you guys have to win that game against Panama. You guys are a lot better than Panama. And if you go into that game, they got that red card and so did Panama, but they just didn't play well. They had a goal ruled out offside for Wesley McKennie. So when I see that management man in Gregg Berhalter, and I'm going to come in, for him in just a bit, in that game against Uruguay, that Panama game is very unfortunate, because in the Copa America, right, it's not like the Euros where the top 3 teams go through. There is a chance that you don't. And if you're third, you're out in the Copa America. And that's the harsh truth of that. And they were third. And only a single win against Bolivia is not enough. And Bolivia, being the worst team in that group, it's not necessarily an achievement beating these guys 2-0, right? So this is where I'm going to talk about Gregg Berhalter. So basically, at this point, it's 0-0 in the game between the US and Uruguay. Panama are winning 1-0. Bolivia score a goal to equalize, which puts Panama back to third in the group and puts the USA in second place, meaning that they're going through. But here's the issue with this team is you just see Gregg Berhalter shouting it's 1-1, it's 1-1 to the team while they're playing. That's not a good thing whatsoever, because number one, you're in a situation where you need to do well in that game against Uruguay anyways. So what are you doing what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you saying 1-1 to your team? Not even 20 seconds later, Uruguay score 1-0. USA are back to being third. And it just shows you that, like, I don't even think Berhalter had any plans at that point. Like, you say, oh, it's 1-1, it's 1-1. You have no plans for the rest of the game. What are you doing? You're putting your team at risk, and he did. They lost the game. And when you see that, you're like, this guy is not the man to lead this U.S. men's national team, because at this point, right, you're going out in a very embarrassing way. Like I said, they're the first ever nation at a Copa America to go out, host nation. And you're seeing teams like Canada doing well. It doesn't help your situation. So that's why the way I'm seeing this U.S. men's national team from then on is, like, if they keep going the way they're doing with Gregg Berhalter, I don't think they're going to do well in the World Cup in 2026, which is, again, at home for them. And that's really it. And as long as Gregg Berhalter is still in charge for the U.S. men's national team, I don't see this U.S. national team doing well at the World Cup or in the games that are going to be for them in the future. So we're just going to have to wait and see. I am pretty sure that this guy is going to get sacked. I mean, he has to get sacked. If he doesn't, like, I don't know what social media is going to look like from the U.S. men's national team supporters. Like, I'm so surprised Berhalter is still not sacked at this time of recording. He might get sacked after this video. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's a disgrace that this guy is still at the helm of the U.S. men's national team. You guys deserve much better. And you've got an American coach with Canada, Jesse March, who got out of their group and is doing much better. I would say he's a much better coach than Berhalter, but that's a conversation for another day. But that's pretty much it for this USA team. What do you guys think? Do you guys think USA needs something else? Is it just Berhalter? Is it the players as well? What's going on with this team? You guys can follow me on X, Instagram, Discord, TikTok. All those links will be down in the description for you guys to check out. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Damn, I'm on red alert. Else you went up in the dirt, man. I don't wanna